Hey, good morning. This is Adrin, and you are going to learn something today. Okay, so what I like to do this morning is just to give you a quick run through the anatomy of a drone. So quickly, there are for a drone that usually that I fly, we call it a quad, and it's because we have four motors with four propellers. If there was three motors, three propellers, it would be a tricopter, and if you had two motors, two propellers, it would be a bicopter, and one propeller would be like a helicopter. So it's a quad, okay? So if you have eight, that would be an octocopter. So with a quad, typically you will then have not just the four motors, you will have a camera in front, and you will have the brains in the middle. So let me just show you the brains. So the brain here is actually two sections. One of them is the flight controller, which is really where all the thought processes are. The main processor is on the flight controller. On the bottom will then be the ESC, the electronic speed controller. So essentially, these are the engines, and the flight controller gives all the signals, and engines outputs how fast or how slow the motor should actually spin. And the reason why that is done is that, so for example, if you want to go up, all the motors will go up, will go at high throttle, the spin rate accordingly. But if you want to turn, which is in a quad speak, roll or yaw or pitch, the motor will then vary between the speeds of the propellers. So that gives the agile movement of the quad. So in order for us on the ground to give signals to the quad, what we actually do is, I don't have it here, but we have these big radios, and we call it radio because it transmits the signals of what I think to the radio to the quad. And in order for the quad to actually know what I want, is we then connect a receiver. So this receiver, this is jumper R1, goes inside here, connected to the flight controller. So then whatever I say, go up, go left, go right, turn this way, your left or right, is basically a signal from the radio, goes into the receiver, into the flight controller, and then the movement on the quad. Right. So for the front of the quad, typically we call flying this way as FPV, first person view. So whatever the quad views I can see. So we have a camera, runcam camera. I'll show you quickly how it looks like, if I can get it out of the box. Okay, this would be the camera that sits in front of the drone. And then the camera is connected to a video transmitter, and this then the signal of the visuals from the camera goes through the transmitter, and this transmitter then transmits to a goggle that I'm wearing, so then I will actually see what the quad sees. So my hands signal left or right, and then the drone goes left or right, up or down, makes a loop or flips, and all of that I can see through my goggles. Okay, so without further ado, let's go with the build.